Alright, we're at Watkins, Glen, multi-class racing, 45 minutes plus a lap, I assume. Half fuel. Got about 3 laps of practice. Joined the session with about 2 minutes left. I got 2 laps of qualifying where I forgot how much fuel needed to go in the car, so we're going to start towards the rear.
You're going to be lining up behind the 4. Lining up behind the 1. Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 3. Get behind the 27. Get behind the 6. Behind the 32. Line up behind the 32.
Alright, spotter is so confused, it sounds like. Didn't get a chance to really test the setup either, so we're using a setup from June of 2025. In the 3 laps that I tested it, it felt very stable, but have no idea if it's even fast. So this is just going to be one of those races where we go off on a whim and give it our best shot with what we're working with.
Looks like you'll be lining up behind the 12. Line up behind the 12.
And I'm just now realizing I did not turn on my haptic seat, so I have no feeling when it comes to the haptics pad. So I'll just have to go by all the feeling through the steering wheel.
I think you'll be behind the 9.
Look at them all weaving, waiting for 2 of them just to run into each other.
We're going to restart behind the 9. Hey, boss man, remember, 1 lap at a time, 1 car at a time. Green flag.
Ooh, they started very early, a lot earlier than I was anticipating. I am glad no one was on the outside there when we blew that corner. Should have plenty of space here. And we'll see what happens up ahead if anyone's close enough to dive bomb it into turn 1. Looks like somebody's taking a chance. So far, so good. Just have to remember to be smart. Cold tires. With it spaced out this much this early, you want to run really hard. But we'll just lift a little early getting into the bus stop because we don't have that grip. Same with some of these other areas right here. Just be really patient getting back to the throttle, because it will push on the exit on cold tires. Ryan is quite a bit better than me at the final turn here. Car seems to be getting through the bus stop all right. It's just that final turn that I have my most issues. So far I haven't seen or heard of any wrecks up to this point, so everyone's keeping it clean. It's not usually the case at the beginning of each race. Well, we make up a little bit of ground on Roman, but then we lose it in that final turn. Ooh, definitely didn't want to do that. Slid the tires a little bit. We're going to try and do the final, or the pit stop without any tires. I think it'll take too long to take tires, so we need to be smart with the tires here and just top off on fuel. We'll see. Might change our mind and take tires, depending on how the car feels. Probably pushing a little too hard through the bus stop right now. Whoa. Pushed a little too hard through there as well. Just need to back it down. The Mustang, if you overdrive it, it's not good. You just gotta kind of take it for a stroll and it tends to drive a little bit better, but you kind of get roped into trying to push harder once you get closer to other cars. Just back it down, let it do its thing, rotate. Got 3 cars up ahead fighting. There we go. There's an issue there. Should have a run on Roman now. Let's just peek down there. Hopefully he lifts.
Left side.
He did not, but we should. Oh, he's going to get a run on the outside. Give him some room. Definitely don't want any incidents.
You're clear.
We've been driving it in further than him on the bus stop anyway, so I was pretty confident we'd get through there all right. We'll back this corner up since we slid through it last time. He got a much better run than us, but he got in the grass just trying to push too hard. I probably overslowed the corner too much. Just need to settle back in. Try not to look at the mirror. We got the faster cars coming up on us, so that's going to help get traffic spread out a little bit more. There we go. That'll give us a little bit of room. Make this corner and let the faster cars get us on the straightaway.
Right side clear.
Alright, now we gotta really be paying attention to the mirror. Because I was kind of eyes focused forward there and wasn't paying attention to the guy behind me. Which could have been bad. And hopefully those guys will go up there and catch some of these other GT3s in a really bad spot. Give us an opportunity to catch up to them. Should be good here. He slowed down more than I thought he was going to.
Left side.
We'll give him this spot here.
Clear.
Just trying to minimize where you slow down.
Left side.
We'll lift early
Clear.
here. That really hurt our entry there, but I'm not good at that corner anyway, so I don't know how bad it actually did hurt us in the long run. let them have the outside. They're faster. We'll take the short way around the track. Alright, let's try to go after Alexander here. There's a car. There we go. There's a free position. We'll take that. Looks like Alexander's really struggling through here. About time I say that, the car pushes on exit. I need to do a better job through that corner as well.
On the left.
I don't know
So they're clear. Clear.
why he slowed down so much for that corner. I even lifted to let him go. Alright, well, we'll regroup. Hopefully damage isn't too bad. That's just kind of what happens in this multi-class racing. Having a little bit of issues turning back to the left there in the bus stop. We'll see what it does over here. Turning right feels okay. Federico's on a mission here, so I don't know if we're going to have very much of a fight for him once he gets to us. He's pretty much there.
On your left. Clear, clear, clear.
Maybe if we hold them off a little bit longer, they'll start fighting behind us. I slowed up way too much for that corner.
On your right.
All right, we'll just give it to him. He dove it in there pretty aggressively.
Too wide on the left side.
We are sitting 3 wide. There's a nice gap behind us. I'm probably going to back out of this.
One car only.
Maybe they'll get to racing.
Clear.
I've already got damage from that incident earlier, so I don't really want to cause any more issues to my car. I think maybe if I didn't have damage, I would have... It's hard to tell. I think we're going to drop the brake bias just a little bit. See if that maybe helps the car. Still pushing pretty good.
On your right. You're clear. On your right. You're clear. On your right. Quarter clear.
Alright, so not a great run up to this point. We were doing pretty good there for a little bit. Until we got some damage. Don't know if that's the cause or if it's just me overdriving. But we got no pressure behind us, so see if we can go either get some of these spots back or just run some pretty consistent laps. Ooh. That was close. Almost got into him. Definitely don't want to do that. Alright, we're starting to see some people peel off onto pit road. I think I've seen that lap, the last lap, and the lap before.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Now that I don't have pressure behind me, I'm starting to get back into not overdriving the car, and we're keeping up with these guys now. So I think that's probably all I was doing, was just overdriving the car when we had pressure behind us. He's going to go in defend mode, which is fine. I'm not trying to...
Clear him, clear.
Not trying to pass him right through there anyway. We'll apply some pressure though, see if we can get him to screw up. See if we can learn something for the end of the race if we have pressure behind us. If anything, he might be getting some X's by going off track there, where we're staying on track. Alright, sitting right at the halfway point, so we'll go ahead and see where we're at on fuel, and so we got about 3 laps remaining. I think we'll just run it out. Once we get to the next straightaway, we'll go ahead and look at trying to add a margin there for laps. I always like to add a lap or 2 for margin. Even if we have too much fuel, I'd rather have a little too much fuel than not enough fuel. Whoa. We'll just stay wide here.
Clear.
Actually might have helped a little bit anyway.
Left side. Clear, clear, clear.
They're going to pit, which is fine. We shouldn't have anyone in front of us or behind us. We'll go ahead. Two laps of margin for fuel. We are definitely going to replace tires. I don't know what the answer is for tires, if I should replace them or not. They still feel pretty good, but I'm afraid if I don't take them, everyone else will be on them and we'll just get blown out of the water.
We're going to pit next time.
Alright, we got enough to go one more lap. I think we do it since we're low fuel. If anything, we can say we made it to the top 10. For now.
Bring it in and pit this time.
Alright, I did not practice any pit stops, so this is going to be interesting. Alright. nor do I...
Box in 5, 3,
Oh, pretty early. That'll
2,
work.
1. Right here.
Oh, and then we go past it. Alright, let's see. Optional repairs, 37 seconds. We're not going to take those. Tires down to 88, 89. So probably a good thing we're replacing them. Once fuel shows full, we'll go ahead.
Go, man, go, 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 go,
I might have stayed a little too long, but that's alright. Alright, we just got to remember we're on cold tires, so we can't push as hard as we were. Whoa, and there it is.
On the left side. Clear.
That was close. No off track, but we're going to lose that spot, which we're probably going to lose it anyway. He's got fresh tires. We're on cold tires. He would have probably got us somewhere through here. So, I think it did give us an off track, actually. So not a big deal. We're still way far away from the penalty. We'll just be smart for the next 2 laps. Alright, still on a little bit of cold tires, so we're going to have to play a little bit of defense here with Drew. Felipe's up 2.5 seconds. See if we can reel him in. Looks like we're making a little bit of ground on Drew now. Now that the tires are finally coming up to temp. Maybe Felipe and Ryan can start battling up there and
Right side. Clear.
bring each other back to us here.
On your right. You're clear.
Maybe we can sniff a draft off of this guy. Not even close. And I almost missed a shift. Hoping one of these cars will catch those guys up there in a bad spot and get them to force them back here a little bit. Oh, we overdrove that one just a little. Not too bad. Just a little. Alright, looks like Felipe's coming back just a little. Not enough before the end of this race, unless something significant happens, but we are making up a little bit of ground on him. That was a horrible bus stop for us. Decided to keep it in 5th there instead of shifting to 6th, and I think that just ruined my rhythm. Alright, we got a little race up here. Hopefully this helps us come up to him a little bit. Nothing out back. Do have some instance to use if we need to use an overrun there. Or here, depends. Start pushing a little bit. Like to save those in case we do get into a battle with these guys instead of using it to catch them.
Right side. Clear. On your right.
Whoa.
Left side. Clear, clear.
Sorry, Felipe.
Right side. Clear, clear. Right side.
Alright, he's going to have the preferred inside here. But we did get a pretty good run there. We'll just stay wide. I'm not sure how hard he was going to push it into that corner. And
You're clear.
we'll take this one here. See if we can go catch these Porsches. Got a little throttle happy there. Just a little. one portion of the wall. I don't think it's going to slow him down at all. That damage with Felipe does have the steering wheel turn just a little bit, but it's not too bad. See if we can get a draft and suck up to these guys.
Left side.
Ah,
Clear.
I wanted to get back to the throttle a little sooner, but that car right there had me on the outside. Couldn't push up on exit.
Right side.
These guys are just catching us at the worst possible time right now.
Clear, clear.
Hopefully he gets them right here going into the turn, and they got to stay on the outside. Unfortunately, he's quicker than that, so just have to, well, might have affected one of them there. Yeah, there we go. He's going to try and take advantage of it.
On your left.
Oh,
All clear.
I didn't want to push it there. It wasn't worth it. He didn't look like he was really paying attention. See if we can get a
your
run
right,
on him
you're
here.
Clear. Left side. Clear. Right side. Clear.
There we go.
On your right, clear
Jeez,
him.
I was not expecting him to come right back up in front of us.
Right side. Clear, clear.
It's getting pretty good right now. Just trying to keep it as clean as possible. It looks like my instas have gone up pretty
side.
high.
You're clear, clear.
Still got a few to play with, but we don't really want to be getting too close to 25. He's going to go defensive
side.
mode, which is fine. We'll go to the outside here. Pinch off his exit. That'll give us the preferred line here.
Clear by half.
Kind of overdrove it a little, but he finally gave it up to us. All right, let's try to go get Alexander now. Shouldn't have any pressure behind us. I'm gonna look to the inside here.
Left side. Clear, clear.
And man, I thought I stayed as far right as possible. I'll have to go back and look at that, and I might private message him an apology if that ended up being my fault, but I think that was just a racing deal from being side by side in the bus stop.
One on the right side. Clear.
I had the inside. He tried to force it on the outside. So we'll see. I'll go back and watch it. If it was my fault, I apologize. It definitely was not intentional. Three laps to go on fuel. Hoping we see the white flag next time, or we're not going to be good on fuel. Alright, hopefully the white flag right here. There it is. Because it's concerning me a little bit. Glad I added that extra lap of fuel. I think we would have been alright regardless, but
Take it, man, just a few more.
I don't know what's going on with the guys in front of us, but looks like we're catching them little by little. I don't know if they're just trying to conserve fuel because they pushed it that close or what. We definitely won't get to them before the start-finish line, but it's just odd seeing the relative and we're catching them. There, they're starting to level out. Alright, 12th place, we will take it. It's better than where we started.
Checker.
Let's get off the track before we get run into. Let's go back and see kind of what happened there. I want to say that was like 3 laps ago. We'll go take a look at that real quick. All right. Here we go. Should be coming up on the bus stop here. Let's see, who is the guy? That's Alexander. Just in case we need to message him. But I'm pretty sure this is just a racing incident. I'm on the inside. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much further over I could have got without hitting those red turtles there. On the very inside. I suppose there's a little bit of room, but being the outside car, I think that's more his responsibility to stay a little bit outside more instead of trying to hit that apex. So, while I do apologize it wasn't intentional, I think more of it is his fault. So, we're going to go back to the beginning of the race and see how many incidents there are. We might go through these pretty quickly. Alright, I'm sure a lot of these are going to be off tracks. I'm sure he got off track there somewhere. Smacking the outside wall. It's pretty common. I used to do that a lot. That's why I'm so bad at that turn now. I slow down, extra slow down to make sure I don't do that. Because, yeah, he just tags it. What do we got here? Net code. No damage to either car. Pretty good door damage. What did happen here? Did he just blink out or what? Yeah, I don't see anything. I think that was probably an off track. And then gets run into the back of. Tough spot to be in. There you go, you get to watch it twice. That's a tough spot to be in right there too, trying to re-merge on the track. Especially when you can't tell if anyone else is coming through the bus stop. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was, I'll take responsibility for that. Even though I said I didn't think he was going to slow down that much. Luckily it wasn't too bad and it didn't slow him down. Looks like he retained his position. He might get past there, but nothing too terribly bad. Off track, off track. Spin out. I'm sure off track. Bounces off the outside wall. Ooh. Yeah, that stuff just happens too fast. Yeah, I figured most of these were going to be wall contact or off track. That guy hit the wall so many times. I feel like that's like the 5th time we've seen him do that. Oh, that was a close call. A couple close calls. Another off track turning around. Oh! Yeah, that's I can't believe he did that. It's pretty funny either way. Jeez. Wall. Oh, this guy's just gonna bounce off the wall trying to get it back to pit road. Wall. Jeez. My car was, I felt like too tight. These guys are getting super loose. His was pretty tight there. Oh, wow. It's like he knew he was going to hit those red turtles and decided just to slow down and go back to the middle of the track. A lot of wrecks. We're sitting, yeah. I'll take responsibility for that one too, because that one's definitely my fault. It's probably following too close. There's a lot going on there. Trying to stay to the inside for the faster car on the outside, and then Felipe slows down, and I just wasn't ready for it. wall contact. That's not too bad. That could have been way worse. Sure spins outer wall contact. Yep, almost done. Here's our incident here. Let's see, does he hit anything? No, just loses a lot of positions. Ooh, that's tough. What place were these guys? Fifth? Fourth and fifth place? On the last lap? Questionable. Oh. Eighth place got taken out. That's tough too. At least it was the last lap and he made it. I don't know why it skipped back to lap 25 because they were showing the... Oh, that's why. The faster cars obviously are up a lap on us. At least a few. That makes sense. It's a good looking scheme. Gonna make more contact here. That was close. Alright, well, we've probably seen enough. Oh, that looks like that's the end anyway. So, appreciate you watching. Until next time.